what happened to me. Like, you know, the manager flew out to London while I was over in Europe with Bless the Fall, and you know, it just started getting to me one night, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I so unhappy? And he was getting ready to leave to go back to the States, and I was like, hey, can we sit down and have a talk? Like, so I sat down and I talked to the band, and I was like, look, I don't know if I want to do music anymore. I have a kid at home that's getting older by the day. I'm super unhappy. We barely talk to each other anymore. It's like, I just don't know if I want to do this anymore. I'm like, we'll finish out this tour. You know, I was told by management and everything, you know, finish out this tour and then do Taste of Chaos we have coming up, and I'll pay you this in advance, and then we'll see where you stand then. I was like, all right. Long story short, a week later, you know, a girlfriend goes to the hospital and needs some money. I ask for money to be sent home. There's no money to be sent home, even though I just got told it's gonna get paid. So I was like, screw this, I'm going home then. And nobody tried to keep me there, which was another thing. It was like, you want to go home? Cool. Later. Good riddance. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna stay out here for people that don't want me here. So it's just go home. Then after a week, it only took like a week or two to analyze everything, and I was like, fuck, dude, I need to get back out on the road. I need to play music. That's what I love doing. It's the only thing I'm okay at, you know. And that's when the band informed me that they didn't want me to come back. And then I remember I was so upset. So everybody that I had an interview with and everything, I was just like, oh, this legal bullshit, because it was right around Christmas time. Since I said I wasn't in the band, I had no publishing checks. I received none for that whole year, even though they were still selling records. I got charged for merch and things out in Europe because I had left that tour. So I had to pay for things over there, which upset me even more. And still to this day, I haven't really received anything from my publishing. And even the Science, the label that went under, the only reason they let me sign to Epitaph and Escape the Fate was if I signed over all my rights to that music, and then they would let me go.
So you were stuck?
Yeah, I was pretty much stuck, and it sucked. And I was so pissed at their management stuff.
So if you're looking back on all that, as all you guys, it's like there's certain things you just do not do. I mean, because there's all these 360 deals, and a lot of bands that get signed right here. Do you guys have a 360 deal?
Read your contract. Don't just be like, oh my god, I'm getting signed.
Yeah.
Sign on the dotted line. Read the contract. Read the fucking small print. It might be as small as even Willy Wonka. Just read that whole thing, dude.
People don't want to sign your band because you look like a cool guy and they want to be your friend. They want to sign your band because they see a dollar sign on you. Like, and that's the reality of it. Yeah. I mean, there's good people out there. Like I hear horror stories, just like things like Craig was just saying about a lot of other bands and a lot of other labels, and I'm like, I go to bed at night and literally go, thank God for my label and my manager, man. We got fucking lucky.
I still love their management, like, on a personal level, but on a business level, like, no thank you whatsoever. Never again. And the funny story is that I think only like us as a band knows is the day that this War Is Ours album got finished, I got a phone call. You remember that?
I remember.
Yeah, I got a phone call. Hey, the band wants you back. Congrats.
Yeah.
I'm like, congrats? Dude, I've been begging to be back in my band for 8 months. You're going to say congrats at the day I finished a new record? Come on, man. Bad timing. So that sucked, too, because then I was being torn. I was like, oh, my boys, my OG boys, I just finished this record. What do I do? And it's just like, I'm here for a reason. Got to stick with it. Bad timing. And then...
Was there any sort of was there any sort of like a business aspect to that though that helped you make that decision? Like, was there a better deal with Escape the Fate than there was for the Bless the Fall deal? Or
I mean, not really.
Or was it just too much bad blood by that point with Bless the Fall? Or?
It was just bad blood, not with Bless the Fall, just with
the way
the
organization.
Works, you know, it's like you haven't been answering my phone calls for the past literally 8 months. Mm-hmm. Nobody's called me back. Nobody's gotten to me. You haven't found a new singer yet. You know I just finished a new album, and now you want me to come back. I was like, no thanks. Because it's like, how can you work with people that you think are going to have your back, but just ignored your phone calls for 8 months? And then you're just going to hop back in that relationship. It's like a girlfriend you were with that said she loved you, but she was fucking some dude on the side. And then she calls you 6 months later, and she's like, oh, I'm done with him. Come back to me, please.
Because you
seem to be doing super well for yourself. Come back.
hate talking
You know
about
what I
this
mean?
shit, man.
Really sucks, yeah.
It just bums you out talking about the business end of it.
No,
it
this
just bums me out.
about our past, man. We're on such a good fucking point right now, man. All this shit that you just regurgitate. It's like, fuck, dude. It's
I'm
like,
trying to bum you out. I'm just
Well,
trying to
like,
this is hard,
It's
though.
like-
Yeah, definitely. I
on the
understand.
on the other end of things, everything does happen for a reason. I'm glad everything happened the way it did because, you know, like I said, Bless the Fall were really good friends again, and you know, they found Bo right at like a week after that happened. He just all of a sudden landed in their laps, and I think he's doing a great job. I really enjoy their songs. I even listen to it sometimes, the new ones they have up, and I just think everything happens for a reason. Like that was supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen. So
just to kind of, I mean, Robert, so you can kind of maybe pick up the mood here a little bit for you guys. There was a great end of a review off the new record that was in Outburn. The last few, I had good people over at Outburn, and
Great people.
Great people over at
great
Outburn.
people at Outburn.
Yes. And
I mentioned they were great.
you got an 8 out of 10 on a record review, so that's not bad. It's really good. And they end it with, it's a treat to see and hear such a damaged band emerge from the smoke and chaos with their eyeliner still smudged and their music as passion-fueled as ever. Welcome back to the land of the living, guys.
Nice.
I just gave you a little bit chill right there. That helped.
That does help.
That's awesome.
I've come to the conclusion that I can't read a review on an album on a website where there's like not one album that has a good review. You know what I mean? There's so many websites like that where every single album has a bad review.
Yeah, see, I used to read reviews and be like, oh man, that sucks. Or else I'm like, you know what? This fool's just hating on everyone right now. Like, never mind. You know, why am I bummed? So, you know, it's been talked about a little bit. 2 more questions, we're done. But it's been talked about in some of the interviews that you guys have done about the new version of it or the new future for Escape the Fate and where you guys are going. And some of the record reviews have pointed out with the new record that it's a lot more hopeful. It's a lot more. It's not so like before. And I think that there was a talk, one interview. I think it was an AP where you were kind of like shocked, like, wow, I'm not used to the new music, like the new lyrics and the kind of the tone of the songs were going. And so is there a new tone to the band? Do you think? Is